Greetings from the apocalypse. So in this video, we're going to go over one of my favorite tricks for polishing up a faceted stone that's set in a bezel, because sometimes you get that top a little wider than you want, and I have a way to fix it that might surprise you.
So, so maybe actually you could do a little close-up of this sexy little pendant. Looks gorgeous. Now, one thing we were just discussing is that because her bezel was just ever so slightly big for her stone, she has a little bit of a thicker edge, you know, than she really wanted. Now, that can be nice and decorative, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But I'm going to show you how you can get rid of that if you don't want it. Okay? So first, we're just going to take the square Swifty wheel and do the top and get it smoothed out. Okay. As per pretty much our normal activities.
You're talking about the bezel and not the back sheet, right? I thought you meant the back sheet.
What do you mean?
No, the bezel.
The bezel, okay.
Yeah.
And the square Swifty is really good for cleaning up the top of the bezel because you can really just sit it right on there. It won't hurt the stone.
But you don't want to hit this stone.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it does not?
Nope.
Oh.
That's the whole point of why this wheel is so good, because it will not hurt the stone. Because, you know, no matter how much you say, like, okay, well, I won't hit the stone, it's like, you know what I mean? That shit's going to happen, so. Okay, so you set yourself up all nice and comfy with your arms on the table. Okay, like so. And I just stroke a little section, go to the next section. See what I mean? And something like this takes very little polishing. So you see how pretty it looks? Mm-hmm. Okay, now we're going to do that off-book thing.
Okay.
So, now it would make sense if we needed that edge to be thinner, we'd have to really take away a lot of metal, right? Which would be very problematic,
right,
and could open this up.
Yeah.
Or you could take one of these blue wheels that I use for cleaning up like ring seams and all that kind of thing, and we're going to run it around that top edge. Oh. And even though it removes almost no metal, wait and see what it looks like.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm here for it.
I can't imagine when I would have learned this when I overdid a bezel, when it was a little too big and the edge was too wide and I didn't like it. There's always some naughty thing you can do. So first I'm going to look at it and go, okay, which is the thickest section over here? That is correct.
Okay.
You see how much that right edge does not look? You see what I'm saying? Even though this wheel basically just shines, somehow doing this method will reduce that edge enormously. And I genuinely feel like it breaks the laws of physics a little bit, but it works like a charm.
Great.
Because from experimenting, if you use a wheel that actually removes metal, this will have tragic consequences.
Oh, yeah.
You'll eventually just grind through but so you see how I'm just shaving basically that very outside edge? Yeah, but you're not really pointing it at the stone, if you see what I mean. And I think what it really is you just get a very thin edge right there that catches your eye visually. And when you polish that down, it makes the edge look very different.
Yeah.
Even though really, I think we haven't changed it all that much.
Right.
So we're gonna do a little bit more, but you see what I mean now?
Yeah, it looks really nice.
It's also really good if you've squished one side like a little too, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
sticking out further. It's a great way to just like bring it all back to, you know.
Good to know.
Yes. Not because I messed up bezels. That's not how I figured out any of these things. Just a little fairy came down and told me these things. Yeah, that's it. You see where I'm hitting? That very outside edge right there. It makes all the difference. Because take a look. You see how much thinner the edge of the bezel looks? It really like cleans it up and it gets rid of any like, yeah, it looks excellent. I'm going to do a tiny bit more right there because it's the only spot that to me sticks out visually.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if this were a little bit bigger pendant, this would be a lot easier to show you guys because this is little.
Yeah, it's
But
hard to see.
you want to try over my left shoulder and just see if that, because basically I can do it, hold it just there for a second so you can see. That's right where I'm hitting it, right on that outside edge.
So it's at the top of the bezel or the whole side?
It's the top and whatever's sticking out of that edge. Do you see what I'm saying? Can you see that?
I think so.
Okay. Okay,
Yep.
so I'll do a little bit more. And remember, you can't sit here and do this all day. You know what I'm saying? You just do a little bit of it and get the hell out. But, like, look at the difference,
Yeah, it looks better.
right?
Yep.
So if you don't mind, a little close up, maybe I'll do a macro of that. And then we'll allow you to have your pendant back.
Nice.
Yeah, if you go a little too far to get that edge, you just do it on the outside, that blue wheel. That's why it's in the essentials kit.
All right.
Look how beautiful that looks. Absolutely fantastic. So basically, we're all done. Now we can just wear it. It's on its merry way. So here's our lovely pendant, all finished. Till next time.